Mariana lived with her grandmother, and her parents had other families. They communicated with their daughter, but never got together, even on her birthday. Her father came to her birthday in the morning. He gave a gift and left 5 minutes later. Mother arrived in the evening with a gift. After drinking tea and cake, she apologized and hurried home. Her children were waiting for her there. After graduating from school, Mariana entered a pedagogical college for distance learning, and then I went to work in a kindergarten as a nanny. On Saturday, something happened to her. Grandma was at the dacha, and Mariana's summer session was approaching, and she was studying at home. A faucet in her kitchen broke and the flow of water began to flood the apartment, and she called a plumber. A guy came and introduced himself as Kirill. "Show me, mistress. What happened?" The girl led him to the kitchen. Kirill quickly fixed everything and promised to come and check it again in the evening. Since this all started, they liked each other, and after several dates, Kirill moved in with Mariana. She suggested it herself. "It's inconvenient for you to travel by train to Moscow every day, and your work is nearby. Come live with me. Grandma has given me permission. Let's have a wedding." And the guy kissed the girl. The wedding was modest. That's what Mariana wanted. Her parents arrived at the registry office, but avoided each other. In the cafe, the mother was the first to hand her daughter an envelope with money and immediately left. Then the father came up and handed over the gift, saying, "I'm sorry," and gone. For the wedding, my grandmother was given financial assistance at work, and the main contribution was from the groom's parents, and Kirill saved up something. "Granddaughter, don't be upset. Your parents have made many mistakes in their lives. They still love each other. They were separated by a misunderstanding. The father lives under the thumb of his wife, and the mother gives all of herself to her twins. Yes, Grandma knows, and I forgave them a long time ago." Although Mariana calmed down, she felt unpleasant in her soul. She would never do that to her children. She stroked her belly. A new life has already arisen in him. Mariana gave birth to a son, and 2 years later a daughter was born. They were very happy with Kirill. Grandmother helped them with everything. Life went on and everything was fine in this family. One day, on the day of the accident, a pipe fell on Kirill in the basement of the house and injured his right hand. The fingers could not move well and the man was placed on disability. The eldest son is 6 years old, and the daughter is 4. The family budget has dropped sharply, and this is the salary of Mariana, a kindergarten teacher, and 2 pensions for her grandmother and Kirill. "I will move to the dacha and live there permanently, and you are going to the Moscow region to visit your parents. You will find a job there, and we will rent out our apartment." Children grow, and this requires a lot of expenses. So suggested the grandmother. "How are you there, Grandma? Will you live alone?" Mariana was worried. "Many people my age have lived there for more than 1 year. You will come to visit me. In the summer, Kirill mows the grass, and in the winter, he clears the snow." That's what they did. In the city of Mariana she was lucky with work. She got a job as a teacher. Father-in-law is a driver at a hardware store. Kirill was left to manage the house, and he had enough worries in the house and in the yard. Mariana became pregnant and decided not to tell anyone. I went to the clinic to see a gynecologist, and in the office the doctor woman told her, "Get rid of pregnancy. You don't need a 3rd child. Kirill will soon move in with me. I'm already carrying his child. Kirill and I have had a relationship since school, and we loved each other." She showed a school photo of them side by side. Larissa was so convincing that Mariana believed her. After these words, she left the office. She was supposed to return to kindergarten, but called her mother-in-law that she would be delayed. At home, she accused Kirill of treason, and Kirill said, "I repaired the water supply system in Larissa's yard." She was in a panic and called me. Kirill didn't understand his former classmate, why she came up with this. "And you stayed with her?" "No, I fixed it and went home." "I do not trust you." "I'll bring her here, and she'll admit that she's lying." "You'll bring it, of course. You'll stay there." Mariana left the house. She needs to go to work. Kirill rushed to the clinic in panic. There he was told that his classmate had already left. She wasn't home either. The door is locked. After sitting on the porch for a while, Kirill went to a friend's house. "Kiryuka, why are you so sad?" Victor met him, and he told his friend his story. "Lariska has always been like this. She wanted to settle well in Moscow. Go ahead and drink some vodka," and pushed him a filled faceted glass. Kirill rarely drank alcohol, and then only at a feast, but only a little. This time he drank in one gulp and did not take a bite. A second glass followed. Kirill left Victor, barely moving his legs. He returned home when it got dark, very drunk, and collapsed on the sofa. When Mariana approached her husband, he was sleeping, but he muttered, "I told you that I have never cheated on my wife, and I don't intend to. Why did you, Lariska, come to my house?" And he waved his hand to the side. Mother-in-law came in. "What happened? I've never seen him like this in my life. I'll call my father to take off his jacket and sweater." When Mariana and her mother-in-law were talking in the kitchen, she told her everything about this classmate. Larka grew up a proud girl. She was beautiful and many boys liked her. Kirill also liked her in high school. After school, Kirill joined the army, and Larissa went to her aunt in Moscow. There she entered medical school. She wanted everything at once, so she seduced her own aunt's husband, and he is the head physician at the hospital. But nothing worked out for her. She returned home and got rid of the fetus. She will never have children. Here she tried to get married, but everyone already knew about her. Who is interested in living without children? I was friends with her mother in my youth, so she told me everything about her. Mariana went into the bedroom to think about everything. In vain I offended my husband with suspicion, and he is very good to me. I decided not to have an abortion. If God gives, then you cannot refuse. Early in the morning Kirill came to bed with his wife. He lay down next to her and hugged her. "I love you and the children very much. I can't live without you. Kiryusha, we will have a third child. How do you feel about this?" "My mother said that their kindergarten security guard was planning to retire. I'll take his place. The salary is almost the same as yours. We'll live, and I really want a third child." They hugged and realized that no one would ever separate them. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe to our channel and you will the first listeners of another new story.